Hey, hey, good morning, friends. Good morning, good morning. Hope you're all doing fine this morning. I'm going to make a little breakfast on the Traeger this morning. I haven't used the Traeger since it's been a month since I've used the Traeger. Oh, it's yummy too. It's got some yummy stuff on it. If you're watching live, say hey. Keep hearing stuff in the trees, but it's just the leaves. Hopefully you can hear me okay. If my sound is all right, tell me so. I'm out here with the dog. Right, Basti? Can you say hi? I don't think they can see you from there. Can you say hi? Come here. I'm saying good morning to the people. Yeah. Say good morning. Say good morning. Say hello, everybody. Basti loves it when we come out on the deck, don't you, baby? Don't you? Okay. Good. Papa. Go away. All right, cool, loud and clear. Awesome. It's beautifully cool, Cindy. It is a beautiful 65 degrees right now. It's slightly breezy. It's gorgeous. Hey, CJ. Hey, Kay. Hey, Erica. Yeah, it's absolutely perfection. So I thought I would make, I love apples and onions together. Do you guys ever have apples and onions together? I think I'm going to make a breakfast bowl of apples and onions. Oh, I forgot my sweetener. I knew I'd forget something. It's gorgeous, Cindy. It's absolute. I mean, it is absolute perfection. I'm going to slice this apple. I don't know that I'm going to eat the whole thing, probably half of this apple. I'm going to slice it up real thin. And of course, I'm going to have to give a piece to the beast. Chew it, swallow it whole. I'm going to cut this thin and I'm going to saute up. You know what? I should cut up my onion first because I'm going to cut up onion, probably half an onion because I love it on the Traeger. And I'm going to cook it up with my apples. And I'm going to add Canadian bacon for my protein because Canadian bacon goes really well with apples. Do you guys ever make anything like this? It's been a long time. I used to do this a lot when it was on Weight Watchers, actually. I would cook up onions and apples together because they were both free. They were 0 points. So I would cook them up together and then add bacon or, you know, whatever. I'm going to put water. I'm going to remove that hair. I'm going to put some water on my Traeger instead of oil to cook up my onions. I don't think my heat's up high enough. I turned it down too low. Crank her up, baby. Butter would be really, really good, or oil would be really good, but I want this to be an E, not a crossover. So I'm just going to cook them up in a little bit of water. It works fine on the Traeger. You know what I didn't bring out? I didn't bring my sweetener, which I need, and I also did not bring a spatula. When I walked out here, I was like, I have everything I need. I am perfectly prepared to cook live this morning outside. Look at me, rocking the readiness. Yeah, I don't have half of what I need. That's a dog hair. He just tried to grab a dog hair out of my hand like I was feeding him. Here. I'm going to do, I don't know, I'll see what a half of an apple looks like. See if I want to do more than that, but I think a half, because this is a huge apple. It's a cosmic apple. It's super huge. Oh, oh my gosh. I couldn't remember if I'd ever had a cosmic apple, but somebody mentioned it on a live the other day, and I was like, I'm going to pick some of those up. And when I was at the grocery store, it was the main ones they had on sale. Everything else was clear on the shelves. I didn't have anything else. And so I bought 5 or 6 of them, and man, that's the first one I've tasted. They are good. Oh my gosh, it already smells like the fair. All right. Oh, I just spit all over the grill. Good thing this is my food. I'm going to go get a spatula. Hold, please. All right, I'm back. And I got some sweetener. I use water to cook on my Blackstone, Traeger, whatever. I use water a lot to cook on this when I don't want to add a lot of fat, and it works really, really well. But your griddle has to be super well seasoned. And mine is seasoned to death. Every time I put it away, I put a really thick layer of fat on it. And then before we eat off it, I scrape that off so that I'm not adding tons of fat to my food, but it keeps it from rusting. I haven't used this nearly as much as I've wanted to. Honestly, I forget a lot of times. Forget. We never ended up getting to eat our pot roast last night because we all ate a late lunch and none of us were hungry. So we're going to have that today for dinner. Hey, Halen. Oh, I'm sorry you're sick, honey. What are you guys having for breakfast? Tell me in the comments. And if you don't know yet, comment #breakfast. Comment something. I want to know what you're having for breakfast. I'm going to guess you're probably not having this. It smells like the fair, CJ. It smells so good. I just keep adding water until they're as tender as I want. I'm really aware when I do that of my bat wings. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I don't just say hi. I say, hey. You get double the hello when you talk to KJ. Double. All right. Those are semi-tender. I'm going to add my apple now, again, in a little bit of water. Now just keep adding water so that they don't stick and they get tender. That's all I'm looking for, is tender. Totally do this in a frying pan in the house. What made me think to do this on the Traeger was I was just going to cook up apples and put Canadian bacon in it. And then I thought, oh, Tilson hates it when I cook onions in the house. He complains because it stinks up the house and he hates the smell of onions in the house. He likes cooked onions, but he doesn't like the way they make the house smell for 2 days. So if I cook up onions, it's always on the Traeger. So when I thought about onions, I thought, hey, we could do breakfast on the Traeger. I haven't done it for a while. You're going to have this, Nikki? Bacon and eggs. Ooh, French toast in a bowl, Debbie. I love that one. I haven't had that in a while. Cottage cheese with frozen strawberries, half a banana, and a drizzle of raw honey. That sounds good, Melissa. That sounds yum. PPP, that's an awesome breakfast. Had bam cake with yogurt, coffee. That sounds good. I have some bam cake in my freezer. I need to eat. I've had some of it. Miss Cindy Wetzel made it for me. I've had some of it. It's so good. The dog is very patiently waiting for another piece of apple. You say hi to the people. Can you sit? Or actually, yeah, take a bow. He says, I don't sit very well anymore. All I do is take a bow. The minute you tell him to do anything, he takes a bow. You started a new GLP-1, Melissa? What do you mean? Tell me more. Tell me more, if you're willing. Harley's leftover scrambled eggs. Mary, gross. Leftover scrambled eggs are bad enough, but a toddler's leftover scrambled eggs are not somewhere I want to go. I'm going to put a touch, just a little splash of lemon juice on here. Did you switch from like semaglutide to tirzepatide, Melissa? I've been considering asking my doctor about switching to semaglutide instead of tirzepatide to see if it works any better. Tirzepatide is supposed to be a better, like more effective, but I don't know. I feel like it's not coming off fast enough. I'm impatient. You were on Wegovy. So you were on semaglutide and you switched to Zepbound. You switched to tirzepatide. So you may see a big difference. I think everybody's very different. A lot of people say tirzepatide is more effective. I really wish I had started with semaglutide instead of jumping right to tirzepatide. Ooh, there's a big old hornet. Okay, he's gone. I love my puppy too, Halen. You come back over here and say hi. Here, sit down. Say hi to the people. Oh, gray face wonder. You're an old man. Getting so gray. Mwah. Such a good boy. Aren't ya? Yeah, you're such a good boy. He is just the bestest ever. All right, these are getting nice and tender. It takes quite a bit of water when I tenderize veggies on here to keep them from, sticking, just to get them to the tender point. It takes quite a bit. See, because the onions start to stick. All right. Oh, those onions, they smell so good. I almost think this is an Amish thing. Sassy is going to be, how old are you going to be this year? He is going to be 13. No, he's born in 2013. He's going to be 11 this year. I had great results on Wegovy, but have plateaued in both my weight and blood glucose numbers. They were actually starting to creep back up. Interesting, Melissa. Well, please, Zepbound will be a good choice for you. Now, when they switched you from Wegovy to Zepbound, do they need to start you back at a low dose, like a beginning dose, or can they start at a higher dose because you're already taking Sema? All right, here's my protein. 10 grams in 3 slices. So I'm going to do 6 slices. That'll give me 20 grams of protein. Hopefully I can eat that much. That's a lot. I don't know. Look at him. Can you see him? He's like stalking me. He's like creeping down and stalking, waiting for his dog tax. Oh, really? He is the same age as Buster, man? I didn't realize that. I thought Buster was older than that for some reason. Woo! This smells divine. I'm just going to cut this up in chunks. There's acorns falling like crazy from my tree. I love Canadian bacon because it's so lean and yet it's so savory. It's such a good protein for your low-fat meals. Chew spill. When I'm cooking things like chicken breast and want to keep it lean, I cook it in a combination of a little water and chicken broth, and it works really, really well on this Traeger. Works super, super well. You could add, this is super low fat, 1 gram in, there's 1 gram of fat in 3 slices. So you technically could have 15 slices and wait, yes, 15 slices. You don't count the fat in your lean protein, actually, now that I'm confusing everybody. You don't count the fat in your lean protein. So I could have way more than 6 slices. If I wanted to do 30 grams of protein, I could easily do 9 slices. I just can't eat that much anymore, especially for breakfast. Hey, Gina. Good morning. Anybody here coming to the class tonight? Who's coming to pumpkin class besides me? I promise I'll be there. Kaylin, I am making a breakfast bowl of apples, onions, and Canadian bacon. I'm going to get that seared up a little, and then I'm going to add some sweetener to it, which is totally optional, but I think it's going to be delicious. Bassie's birthday is November 7th, the day before Mom's, right? Come here. Come here. Look, he won't come here. He's giving me the side eye because he's afraid I'm going to not give him food. Come over here. Give me the side eye. Don't give me the side eye. You take a pretty boy, aren't ya? You love bug. Honestly, I never met a dog more loving in my life. All right, Julie. It's going to be fun, I think. I'm not a super fan of pumpkin, but I think pumpkin crisp sounds good. I think it'll be good. Have I tested the recipe before teaching the cooking class? Well, as a matter of fact, no, I have not. But I know it'll be right. Yes, I'm going to do brown swerve, Truvia, actually, on here. I love you too. All right, I'm going to put like a tablespoon is about all I need. It's gorgeous, Lucy. It's absolutely perfection. The leaves around us are starting to change, starting to get some orange on them. And it's 65. It's going to be 85 today. It's not like it's going to stay cool, but right now it is just absolute perfection. You could put more sweetener. You could skip the sweetener altogether, but it is going to be absolutely delicious. The sweetener on there. You could have some scrambled egg whites too if you wanted on the side, or yeah, same, Julie. It's the hot drink is a single serve. It's kind of like, it's actually a pumpkin. It's more like a crumble on the bottom and then a pumpkin filling and then a crumble on the top. So it's kind of a double crust crumble. It's going to be good. Halen says maybe one day she'll get to meet you. She loves you and loves watching your life. Well, I love having you here, Halen. Maybe someday, honey. That would be awesome. If I ever make it to Ohio. I always want to think you're in Pennsylvania, but you're in Ohio, aren't you? Not the best spatula for this. That's all right. All right. Hold up now. Get what I can. Don't burn them. Oh, I got all of it. All right, give me half a second and I'll show you that. I'm going to let it cool for a second. And while that cools, whoop, I'll show you in just a second. I don't want this to burn on, so you're going to have to hold tight for a second. Oh, that's right, Cindy, you're right. It's a two-person. It's a two-person recipe. It's two. It's the drink is two serve. All right. Shut this off. I will come out here with some oil in a little bit after it cools off. Give it a nice oil all over the top. All right. Here's what my breakfast bowl looks like. Looks pretty good. I'm going to taste it with my fingers because I didn't bring a fork. And I'm not going to go inside again. I'll just put a little onion, a little apple, a little meat all together. Oh, see if I can get in the camera. That's not a hair, that's an onion. Oh my gosh. Right, CJ? Steam my, oh my gosh, that's so good. Those onions and apples together, you guys. The dog's like, hello. Where's mine? Oh, see, isn't it pretty? It's not for you. I know that was totally mean. I'll give you another piece of apple in a minute. All right, there you go. I'm going to go eat this. Actually, I'm going to take a picture of it and clean my Traeger, and then I'm going to eat it. I never eat until I get things cleaned up. I know it's stupid because then I have cold breakfast, but I do it. It's how I do it. I don't know. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for joining me this morning. I hope to see you in pumpkin class tonight. If you're not part of Holy Healthy Holidays, come join me. Also, the Man Plan registration is now open. That starts in November. It's a 6-week class. There's 3 different levels. You can choose from the basics, an upgrade, or the VIP. VIP comes with one-on-one coaching for your man. Oh, yes, I can taste the onions. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. They're sweet. They're like candy. So if you want your man-on plan, go check out the man plan. It's on my Facebook page. What else? I guess that's it. I love you guys. I hope you have